What up? It's your boy name's Lexus Build 2, and today we're going to talk about something that I'm heavily debating on doing by next January or February. Okay, so this is what I'm thinking. I've been looking at trucks like the Toyota Tundra, the first gen obviously, and you could find some pretty cheap ones for like $5,000 to like $7,000. I'm thinking I could find one cheap enough where I could talk them down from like a $7,000 truck down to $5,000, $5,500, or a $5,000 truck down to like $3,500 to $4,000. And there are a decent amount of them out there without rust too. Like, also, if you just look at some of these pictures, I'm just gonna have them play in the background while I talk. They are pretty fucking clean. They are high mileage, usually around like 200 to 300,000 miles. But these trucks run forever, obviously. I regularly see people buying them with that high of a mileage and getting another 200,000 miles out of them before selling them or totaling them. Like, look at that frame. That frame was spotless, brand new. So, yeah, I'm thinking about getting a Tundra and then putting a bed camper like that on it. I was showing you that you could fit on a Tacoma, too, in case you have to buy a Tacoma. And you can find these truck campers for pretty cheap as well, $2,500, $3,000, even as low as $1,000. So if I could find one for like $2,500 like this and talk them down to maybe like $1,500, I can get the whole rig for possibly like $5,500 to $7,000 with the bed camper and all ready to go and hop on the road. And if I do that, I'll keep my Lexus obviously as a backup or tow it behind me, because if I do this, I'm going to be living full time out of it. I'm not going to be, I'm going to have nowhere to live. This will be a full-time thing I'm going to be doing, living out of these bed campers if I buy the truck and do it. The other thing I was thinking of is, you see this A-Liner, 2007 A-Liner camper you could buy for like $1,400. I could probably get down to $1,000. My Lexus, as it is, as it stands, can tow that. I would just get a trans cooler, put something more synthetic trans fluid in there. I'll do an actual flush this time. And I'm thinking about living out of that itself and just traveling the country with my Lexus car the way it is now. And I think that way would be a good way to do it. But this truck camper right here that I see is perfect because it has a shower, a bathroom. It's only $1,500. It has everything I need, a big bed. And I could live out of that. That's why I'd rather have the truck, because it has more inside the camper. Again, this is the A-Liner I was talking about. Where it pops up. It's a pop-up camper, but it's a hard shell pop-up camper. I want a hard shell, protect me from animals, people, whatever. I don't want a soft shell one. And again, they weigh only like 800 pounds. The heaviest one's like 1,290 pounds. So my car can tow 1,500 to 1,800 pounds. So it can tow this with these, even if it was like fully loaded with everything I need. And if you don't believe me, I'll type it in right here. Can a 1998 Lexus GS300 tow an A-Liner camper, obviously? And it gives the answer, yes. 1998 Lexus GS300 can technically tow one. They're 12 feet long, weigh about 895 pounds for one I was looking at. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think down below. I'm seriously considering living full-time out of a camper, whether it be a truck camper or towing it with my Lexus GS300. I'm still heavily debating which option I want to do, because if I do it with the Lexus I have now, that'll leave me with like $4,000 maybe after I buy the camper and share it, register, all that, to travel and just live off of and film tons of cool videos for you guys. But if I buy the truck and the truck camper, I will be living out of that, and I'll be having to work and save money for a little bit before I can actually go and live out of it and travel for you guys. So let me know what you guys think down below. I think in the long run, living out of a truck bed camper would be better, but in the short term, buying a cheap camper, A-Liner camper to tow behind a Lexus, I'll be able to travel immediately, then come back to reality and come back either with Florida I'll live at. I don't know where I'm going to stay at, but I could go live in Florida with my boy and work and do all that. And yeah, so let me know what you guys think down below, what option you like, or if I shouldn't live in a camper at all and just continue living here. But the thing is, this house is being sold. I lived with my dad. I moved back in after me and my ex broke up, and my mom got cancer. With my other brothers, they all moved out recently. My youngest brother just moved out like a few months ago, and I'm next. So I think, like, I've been debating, because like I want to just live full time on the road, and I'm turning 30 something soon, and I'm just like, I'm thinking like, yo, I'm about to hit mid-age crisis, whatever the fuck it is. This is it. Like, if I'm going to live out of a camper full-time, live nomad full-time, this is it. I got to do it now or never. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, though. Obviously, I could do it later on in life like Tim from Truck House Life did, but yeah. So this says right here, I can buy hitch for the Lexus GS300, and I won't even need to drill. It'll bolt directly in, and it gives options of a Kurt Class 1 trailer hitch receiver, 1 1/4 inch. So that'll hook right up to the trailer if I decide to go with the route of towing it with the GS300. And then obviously what I'll need is a wiring harness to connect to the hitch so it has brake lights and all that, and everything's working fine. Let me know your thoughts down below. Comment or subscribe. Peace, and stay tuned for future videos like this.